Xbox Game Showcase. Same thing that we did for Summer Game Fest. Off the top, 1 to 3 words. How are we feeling? Where are we at on this? I thought it was amazing. Let me break the silence. I thought it was great. I loved it.
I mean, stuff look forward.
All right, so you're playing by the actual rules. I respect that.
Xbox looks great.
You're both playing by the rules, and I'm not. I respect that.
Yeah. No, I was trying to think of something, but it's like, yeah, I mean,
I will say I would love to do a video series like that because, John, you know exactly the one that I like because you probably like the same one with the 3 count.
Yeah.
Yep. I would love to do that for games. Would love to do that. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we went into this before the showcase. Me and you were kind of the opinion, this is your last chance to keep me.
Basically, it really was.
And let's just say
They came out strong.
They took that as a challenge, and I think universally everyone is excited.
It was the MJ. I took that personally.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was. I mean, and it was, man. This was kind of like their last chance. Like, you had so many delays, so many, like, failures. It's like, you've had so much in the works for years. It's like, you got to finally show us something. And as we've said before, we were about to start feeling the payoff of everything. And I feel like this showcase was proof of it. I thought this was a phenomenal showcase. You know, kicked off with, the Black Ops 6 campaign first look, which for Black Ops fans, for COD fans, that's awesome. And apparently it looks great from my general understanding, especially considering the Modern Warfare 3 campaign was like 2 hours and crap. So this is already more exciting than what they've previously gotten. So shout out to that. But then led off with the reveal of the game that got leaked previously, Doom: The Dark Ages. I gotta say, this looks sick. I'm not a Doom guy,
Does look good,
but this looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a Doom guy, but I mean the trailer did its job. Even I was excited while watching it.
Like, looked so cool. The shield thing looked cool. He was riding a freaking dragon at one point. That was awesome. Like, this game actually looks really sick. Like, it makes me actually want to go try a Doom game right now. Like, I know it'll be a different vibe and everything. I get that, but like, it makes me actually want to go play a Doom game because I'm not a Doom guy. So, that's coming out next year in 2025. Had the State of Decay 3, which we already knew that was a thing, just kind of an update, but no gameplay, no date.
Nice. State of Decay is one of the only zombie games that I'm still actually excited for when I hear about.
Yeah. So no date on it though. So that was kind of disappointing because that's what I was, making notes of as we were going through. I was like, okay, so this has been no gameplay and we got no date. So it's just kind of an update. So hopefully you can
That was partial gameplay.
Was that partial? I thought that was all trailer.
It was partial cinematic, but when it ever showed like the shooting during the whole it was actually in the style of how the other State of Decay 2 more played a little.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It did kind of cut between the two of them.
Gotcha. My bad. Then we had a quick trailer for Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which we had the full 20-minute gameplay reveal today. We'll chat about that on episode 176 this weekend.
The most I got out of that was Varric returns.
Yep.
And that everything after that, people who have gotten either early copies or early builds of it all went, that trailer doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, that was kind of the verdict I saw too.
Yeah, I saw some of that too.
Yeah. Which I thought the gameplay looked great. For the 20-minute reveal, we'll dive into that again this weekend. But I thought it looked good. I'm excited for it. Fall of this year. Got Starfield Shattered Space expansion coming this year. Hopefully, it's going to actually make the game interesting. That's my verdict on it.
I'm not gonna lie. Watching this reveal, it's Starfield the entire time. I could not have cared less.
Yeah, I gave no shits, which breaks my heart because I was so excited for this damn game last year, and it was a game. Fallout 76 Skyline Valley coming out tomorrow, actually on the 12th. But play as a ghoul in 2025. So
looking solid.
Yep. 76 with its comeback story, baby. Shout out to that. Then had my game of the showcase, and that was Expedition 33. This game looks so freaking amazing. I loved it.
I'm on the fence about it. I mean, visually it looked outstanding. I'm more curious how the combat's actually going to feel because it looked like a weird mix of turn-based, but it seemed like there was some other mechanic going on in the background that I couldn't really pick out.
It was a kind of like turn-based with like some
QTE.
rhythm QTE elements to it. Visually and like the vibe of the game,
Fantastic.
this might be the thing that I came out of the most excited for. Just based
Same.
on like what we saw of it, looked incredible. So I mean, this is like from the Xbox showcase. This might be the top of my like list of games that's like, yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. But yeah, not quite sure how all the combat works. Same as you, Zach, where it's couldn't tell exactly everything that was going on.
I definitely agree to that vibe. I still thought it like the gameplay. I mean, it looked fine for me. Like I'm small brain, so I was like, okay, this looks fun. I'm here for this. The vibe, and the game and the graphics, the aesthetic of it. That alone was just like the music, so good. I'm just like, this is it. This is my game. This is the one I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna cling on to this game for dear life for the next year. So no, Expedition 33 looked freaking incredible. Like I'm so excited for that one. South of Midnight. This one looked pretty interesting. I think that was Roger Clark that was voicing the Mudfish. A shout out to that. I thought it looked fun.
I've been
Yeah.
looking forward to that since like the first trailer we got. So
Yeah,
actually
'cause-
seeing gameplay was actually nice.
Yeah, because didn't we get like a brief little reveal for it
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a cinematic trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like a little. I think it was like just a little 10-second
that's what I
trailer
thought.
we got for it.
Yeah.
Looked interesting. I like the art style of it. It's not going to be a game that I'm going to jump into, but the art style and the vibe of it were honestly great.
Yeah. No, that's one I'm gonna keep my eye on. I'm gonna look forward to that one when it comes out. Got a nice trailer for World of Warcraft: The War Within. Looked sick, according to WoW fans. You know, a couple friends that play WoW, hit me up and told me that good trailer. Which WoW trailers are always good. Cinematics from WoW are always good. I'm not a WoW guy, but I can agree to that. That is August 26th, so big excitement there. Got a nice gameplay reveal for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. No date on this still. Originally, this was supposed to come out this year. It's totally not, obviously. But overall, it just seems like a faithful remake is the vibe that I got from it, from the vibe online, everyone talking about it and stuff. So, I mean, looks great. Looks exactly as apparently as expected and as it should. CFD Season 13. God, Season 13. Jesus Christ. That starts July 25th. Flintlock Siege of Dawn. That's coming out next month. I thought this game actually looked pretty cool. Coming out next month to Game Pass.
Still not a Souls person, but the combat definitely looked interesting.
Yeah. This is one that I might check out when it comes to Game Pass next month.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily sold on the game, but I mean, it's Game Pass. So there's a very real chance I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, there you go. Age of Mythology Retold. Actually got a look at this one from its original reveal coming out pretty soon, September 4th.
Yeah.
That's an immediate pickup for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna download that one. Yeah, it looked really good. I'm gonna download that one when it comes. What'd you guys think of Perfect Dark? This was the biggest surprise of the show. I didn't think it was gonna be there.
How much we actually got, it was surprising in terms of I mean, it's an overhauled Perfect Dark because the last game was literally almost 2 decades ago now at this point. I mean, looks solid. I mean, I'd be very curious to see more.
I'm on the I need to see more. I cannot. I've watched this trailer 3 or 4 times now. I cannot tell you if I'm excited for it.
And I want to see more as well because it did seem like it was a mix of stage stuff mixed with gameplay. Because some of the stuff that happened, I'm like, I would have to see how it actually feels in game because it just looks too pre-done.
Yeah, it almost looked too much like a showcase of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm optimistic about it. It's a game that I would have said it wasn't going to be here,
Yeah, same.
but it's showing up. I'm happy that it showed up. I'm optimistic for it. I need to see more
Yeah.
before I can get excited for it.
See, I think what they showed, I thought it looked great personally, but I would love to see some more on it, because it's like we've heard so many horror stories about the game, but I think what they showed, I thought was a nice showcase of what they're trying to go for. I thought it looked great. Never been a big Perfect Dark guy, so I'm not going to say I'm excited, but I walked away impressed. I was more so impressed it was there. Shout out to what John sent me in the message when it came out. Oh, it exists.
Yeah, I messaged him. I went, it does exist.
Because fair, that game was reaching the same levels as a Metroid Prime 4, where it's like, is this game real? Does it actually exist? So, but no date on it at all. Didn't even give him a window. Didn't even give you a 2025. So, maybe 2025, and they just don't want to hammer that yet. But either way, I mean, I think they're cooking something. You know what I mean? I definitely say
we've got a lot more than we thought was actually made.
Correct. Yes. They're definitely cooking. There's no doubt about that. Next up, we had Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred coming out October 8th. And then Fable 2025. Got the reveal, the release year for the game.
I'm really curious what the hell is going on in this Fable, since our two main trailers got it. It's literally like documentary stuff of just people talking about things.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure what's actually going on.
I was telling Alex before you got here, Zach. Even with, I don't know what it is. I'm starting to get excited for Fable.
I mean, same.
Because I really, like you mentioned, this kind of, like this trailer where it's the greatest hero of Albion. Kind of telling telling you his tale and how he trained this previous hero. I don't know what it is about the way they did that. I'm 100% on board for I would rather that than like some VO going about it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And I'm on board for it so far. I don't really understand it yet, but
I did like the nice
little
bait and switch with it, of just made you think that he was talking about your character, then the reveal right at the end of some female mage's hand or whatever that was.
That part right there, like as soon as the hand came out and kind of the shadow tendrils start going, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah. No, I was impressed with it personally. Like I'm on board with this game. Like I'm ready for it. I was hoping this I think out of Expedition 33 and Fable were the only ones where I was just like, towards the end, it's like, come on, this year. And as soon as it popped 25, I was like, fuck. That it was one of the only ones for me, because I'm on board with it, man. I think it looks great. The Forza engine that they've been making the game in, which was kind of weird to us whenever that was kind of coming out. I was like, Forza looks great. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of an interesting engine to use for Fable. But whatever, do your thing. You cook. I think it's paid off. I think the game looks incredible. I am very curious about the story direction as well, like Zach said, but hey, I'm here for the game, dude. I think it looks great. That trailer hooked me for it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the game. 2025 is shaping out to be a pretty solid year for games. No doubt about that. Next, we had another hero shooter, Fragpunk. This one looked interesting, though, in my opinion. I thought the card-based mechanics was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the whole world-changing thing mid-match or beginning of match is a nice touch to
help you stand out.
Yes.
Yeah, like the big heads. I thought the big heads was funny.
Yeah, whenever it showed the big head, all I could think is, so they literally just took the extra modes or stuff you had to unlock in classic shooter games,
like GoldenEye,
just made it into a game.
Yep.
As the resident hater of hero shooters, this game looks fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, here we go. If John's on board, it's gonna be great.
The card aspect of it and changing how the game actually plays, as long, I will qualify this, as long as that is semi-random or like it's something you choose, and like if it's just something where like you can go in.
From what it looks like, each person brings in a set of 3 cards with them.
Yeah, but as long as most of them are fun and not just because the thing is it's like you can have some fun cards to alter
Yeah.
it, but also it's gonna be the thing of there's gonna be the cards that are clearly like everybody's gonna want to use because everybody's gonna want to win.
Yep.
This is gonna be this will be a great hero shooter to jump in and fuck around.
Yes. Yeah, no, this game looks really like a lot of fun, honestly. Like I was here for it immediately when I saw the big heads. I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be a stupid fun time. I'm here for this game. This game looks great. I am curious though, why the sudden surgence of hero shooters? You know what I mean? Like, is it just because of like the development time of things that everyone like Overwatch is at its peak a few years ago, and everyone the development time of now we're just starting to see the payoff from it, or whatever.
Overwatch.
Yeah,
That's why everyone thought they had an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like what's going on? Is it trying to capitalize on Overwatch dying, or is it just when the development for everything started when Overwatch is at its peak and they're just trying to hit in the genre? I don't know. Either way, it's like. That's like what now? 3 hero shooters in the span of just this year announced with Concord, yep. Marvel Rivals, and now Fragpunk. It's like, okay, genre's starting to get a little inflated. Then we had Winterboro, John.
Game looked incredible.
His game of the show.
This is I was talking to Alex beforehand, and it's like of like some of the smaller games that were shown. I don't know I don't know why this one stuck out to me. The entire time I was watching it, I was like, this is 100% a game that I am picking up and I'm playing.
That was a John game.
Yeah, it's like this game, like Winterboro, is the type of games that like a lot of times we would get in a Summer Games Fest and it'd be full of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's in the Xbox Showcase, and I'm like, okay, well here's where some of the games I was excited
Here's
about
what I was expecting in Summer Game Fest.
But yeah, no, that Winterboro, for whatever reason, that is 100% like that stood out to me as much as Expedition 33.
Yeah, John asked me before the show, it's just like, oh, what were some of your favorite like smaller titles? And I'm looking through there and I'm kind of shouting them out, and I shout Winterboro, and he's just like, that was my game of the show. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm super excited for that game.
Does not really surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me either. It happens every year. Every year, John fixates on one smaller game. Was like, that's it. That's the game. That's the game right there. Shout out, man. Then we had Mixtape revealed. Seemed like a interesting game.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was during the initial stream, but when I watched it back, it was muted because of copyright.
Oh, really? That's funny.
So like pretty much the entire trailer was just muted. I was like, seems like an interesting concept. Seems like one of those experience games that I'd play, but I don't know. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And when this one was being shown, I was like, a fantastic concept, fantastic vibes for it. And again, this one's not really for me, but I liked. It's one of those weird ones where I can watch it and I go, I like everything I'm seeing here, but I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. We had Flight Sim 2024 coming out November 19th. Then we had an ESO piece, of course, which 10-year celebration of the game. Play all DLC for free, and the expansion The Gold Road comes out June 18th. Shout out to ESO. 10 years strong. And then Life is Strange, double exposure. Return of Max.
That was amazing.
Return of Max,
actually,
man.
Amazing call out. It made me want to go play through Life is Strange again.
Dude, same. I'm pumped. I'm so excited for this, bro. October 29th, man. I'm so ready.
This was the weird part of the showcase for me, because I had to leave at about this point in the show, like right before this. Flight Sim was the last thing that I saw.
Oh.
And Alex starts messaging me. And I'm reading what he put in his message, and I'm trying to decode it.
Yeah, because I abbreviated Life is Strange, LIS, and I said Max.
He just said something about like Max returning to LIS is huge. I'm like, fuck are you on about?
That's fair. We don't talk about Life is Strange enough to pick up LIS immediately.
Yeah, I mean, from the original Life is Strange, and that I mean, I loved it. It was hell, that was back with date night.
Yeah,
Yep.
shout out to date night.
Uh, and yeah, no, it looked great. It legitimately, when I went back and watched it, makes me want to just sit down and play Life is Strange.
Facts. It's been a long time since I've played Life is Strange.
John,
They
did
had
you
like the
ever
remake or
play-
the remaster. I want to pick that up.
What you say is that?
I forget, John. Did you ever play 2?
Yeah, I played through at least like half of it.
Okay.
I still haven't
and
played
then-
2. I played True Colors. True Colors is fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be one where I'll probably like pick up any of the ones that I don't have, and then just sit down and
Binge
play
it.
through all of them.
Yeah. Like I said, True Colors was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that one. Never played 2. Will play 2 at some point. But I am, after seeing this and seeing Max returning, I am itching to play the first one again. So I may pick up that remaster or the remake, whatever it was. I may pick that up and play through that game again because it's such a great game. So that was one of the highlights of the show as well, personally. Then we had a look at Indiana Jones: The Great Circle, which my opinion on this stays the same. If you're an Indiana Jones fan, this game is going to be unbelievable for you. I just don't really give a shit about Indiana Jones. That's just
I was
me.
gonna say I mean this question with no disrespect. Is anyone excited for this game?
No.
Amongst us? No.
Like- Because this is like they keep hyping this game up, and I know we're not excited for it. I wasn't sure if Alex, you just said you were. I wasn't sure if Zach was in any way, shape, or form. I assumed probably not. I see nothing about this game when they show something on it.
Mhm.
Like they
Like
show
people talking about it?
I see no reaction to any of this.
So the reaction I see is from people that just seem to be diehard Indiana Jones fans, and they love it. Like and that's why apparently it's being well acclaimed within the fandom and needs to be acclaimed in. Of where it's just like you can tell. Like I've seen people talk about, you can tell the developers like sat down and watched every movie 34 times, to make this game. Like you can tell, and you can tell Troy Baker is busting his ass to do respect to Harrison Ford, which I agree he is. It's like I think all the vibes are there. I think the game is probably going to be reviewed unbelievably well. Potentially a Game of the Year contender. I'll go ahead and throw it out there because it's going to nail the fandom perfectly. Yeah, and it's just we're not the fandom, and we're not in the fandom, so we don't see all the fandom conversation.
Yeah. I was
see
gonna
it
say,
because I
'cause it's
follow
like-
so much shit on Twitter for the show.
Yeah, it's like I'm not in any of the circles that talks about this game, I guess.
Yeah.
And
What if you
I've
play?
what's that?
Nothing.
And oh, okay, that took me a second. But it's one where I have seen no reaction to anything with it. So if people that are excited about it are really excited and love the way it looks, that's fantastic.
Yeah. To my understanding, the vibe, they've nailed the vibe perfectly. That's what I'm with you, John. I look at the game and I don't see anything appealing. I'm like, I mean, I from taking my own personal opinion out of it, yeah, I can see appealing things about it, but my personal opinion kind of overwhelms things for me, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. But I don't know. Apparently, it's going to be a banger. That's the vibe. So shout out to that coming out this year. No actual date though, just still 2024. That was the one thing interesting about this whole showcase is barely any actual release dates.
Just years.
Yeah, just years. Even for stuff coming out this year, still just 2024, fall 2024.
Well, we got a decent, like if you look through the list, we got a decent amount of release dates
Yeah.
for what's coming out in 2024.
Yeah.
We didn't get a lot of release dates for anything 2025. They just said 2025. But relative to what's coming out this year, we got quite a few release dates on it, which I had to go back and watch it. When I first watched the showcase, I was getting a little irritated with all the 2025. But when you go back and look at it, there was a decent amount of this year with release dates, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna hammer them for all the 2025 because most of it I'm excited for.
Yeah, true. Let's see. We got another look at Mecha Break. So Mecha Break doing work this weekend, Summer Game Fest and Xbox. Got a beta this year coming out next year. Which that was the extra bit for the Xbox show, is that it actually got those dates versus Summer Game Fest just getting a trailer, I think. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, 2025 on that one. Got another look at Avowed coming out this year. Apparently November 12th, I think, and that was per Obsidian's website. Why they just didn't reveal it in the trailer, I don't know, but whatever. But apparently coming out in November. I think it looks fun. It doesn't blow me away, but it looks fun.
Avowed is one where I don't like. For me personally, the trailers aren't doing the game justice, in my opinion. This is going to be one where I will probably pick this game up and play it to see if it plays as good as I hope it does.
Yeah, I feel that, because that's how I felt towards the trailer so far. Is that I think it looks good, but it's not been blowing me away. It's still just one of those games that, okay, yes, I'm excited for this game. I'm going to play it because it's going to come to Game Pass. This is not a game that I would spend $70 on. This is a game that if it wasn't on Game Pass, I would wait for a sale, just based on the look of it, for my personal taste and vibe. But since it is the Game Pass, yeah, I'm excited. I'll play it.
I think the problem with all the Avowed trailers is every time a new trailer for it comes out, I watch it and I go, that's not what I wanted to know about the game. It's fair. A weird feeling for every trailer that I've seen.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Then we had Atomfall 2025, basically another Fallout type game.
I'm interested in this one.
I am too.
Not excited for it, but interested.
Yeah. What'd you say, Zach?
I said I didn't watch this one.
Okay. Yeah, it's like another Fallout. That's what it is. I thought it looked entertaining. So that's one to keep a lookout for. Then got the Assassin's Creed Shadows Spot. Also got an actual release date for Stalker 2 finally, which I'm very happy for them on that. With everything been going on with the war, they are Ukraine-based studio, so it's been shafted quite a bit. So I'm excited for them coming out September 5th. So big shout out to Stalker 2.
Picking that up?
No.
Zach?
So?
Are you picking up Stalker 2?
What?
Are you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Looks like it's just me.
Just John.
I didn't realize you were even interested in that game, John. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
No idea about anything Stalker related, but I'm gonna give it a go.
There you go. There you go. All right, then we just had Sarah Bond come on, and she revealed some new consoles that are all coming later this year. And the all-digital white Xbox Series X, 1 terabyte, that was previously leaked. The Series S white with 1 terabyte, which was previously only in the black color. And then a new Series X 2 terabyte, a Galaxy Black edition, which I thought looked pretty cool. Those are all coming out this holiday. No handheld or anything, but I did want to shout this out. Phil Spencer was asked about a handheld in an interview after the showcase and everything, and he did the traditional PR of where it's like, can't really talk about too much of things, blah blah blah. And then he gave everyone the hints that it's happening, where he's just like, if we were to have one, this is what I would want out of it. And then he was also asked the native question for it. And he's just like, well, if we have a handheld, I think it'd be important for things to be able to be played natively, not just a streaming or cloud device. So it's like, okay, all right. He also did say that he does think they need to have one. So next generation of Xbox, baby. I'm feeling it. We're going to have a Xbox handheld. I feel like it's just going to replace the Xbox Series S. Basically, you'll have the console that's the all-in-one, does everything. You're not going to have two separate consoles, and you're going to have the handheld.
I will say, important note during this section, they did note, or they did take a moment to specify they are working on the next generation of consoles.
Yep. Which is
nice to know.
It is, and it honestly, to me, it just makes it feel like this generation has just flown by. Because there's been so much. Because of 2020, there's been so much shit where we've taken so long to cross the bridge from the previous gen to the current gen, where it's like I still feel like we just got past the bridge. You know what I mean? We just got past the bridge into this current gen, and now the current gen is going to probably end in like 2 years, which is wild to think about to me. So I don't know. It's been a weird generation. Probably the weirdest generation of gaming for sure.
Yeah.
And then ended with Gears of War E-Day. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this.
I was about to say I can actually work with that one because we're going back to events that people read about in one. I don't think they've ever deep dove into it besides maybe in books.
Nope, never have deep dove in this besides like some books and stuff. Like it's a very untouched landscape of possibilities, something that everyone wants to know. One thing I did see from people asking about it, they did clarify that they're not abandoning, Kate's story with 4 and 5. Yeah. They will finish it, but this is just a topic of Gears history that just has so much passion behind it that they wanted to make this game. Which I'm fucking here for. I'm so excited for Emergence today, bro. I'll so
actually go back and play Gears because I'm very curious if we'll actually see the events that lead to Marcus being in that prison all way back in the first game.
Yeah. No, I'm so immensely excited. I know one thing to shout out for anyone that may have either forgotten or they're not as freshened on their Gears lore. If you're a diehard like Cole fan or Baird, they might be in the game, but I doubt it. Considering at this time frame, Marcus and Dom they have not met Cole and Baird yet.
Yeah.
So I will be curious to see who the team will be. I imagine Ty will probably be one because I think they knew Ty at this point, if I remember.
They did.
So a young Ty will probably be a team member, and probably the original of oh my God. Carmine, thank you. Probably the original, probably a Carmine. Let's go, baby. Another Carmine. Let's go. And he's just gonna fucking die. Poor bastard.
You never know. He might be the second one that lives.
Yeah, the OG one or something. I don't know. If there is an OG before the one in the first game, I'm not sure if there was. I can't remember.
I don't remember if they ever said how big their family was.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, this is so exciting as a Gears fan, dude. Emergence Day, like that being the next game coming out, like that's peak. That's 10 out of 10. Because it gave such a vibe of Gears 1 of like the darker vibe, and just the brutality of what Gears 1 had. And like the trailer they went for really showcased that, where it's like, this is Emergence Day. This is a new threat, a completely new threat. And you saw a single bitch ass locust tossing Marcus like a rag doll. You know what I mean? Like no one knows how to fight this threat yet. Yeah, like just a little scrub, right? So it makes me so excited of what the possibilities are going to be for this game and seeing just the threat level of the game. Like I can't wait to see what it's going to be like fighting the first Berserker in the game. I'm
more curious to see how the event flies with the first night the Krill show up.
True. Oh God, I'm so excited. I also saw one thing that I don't know if you caught this, Zach, but I thought this was so damn funny. After the trailer, Jeff Keighley just had to put out a pretty condescending tweet about the game where he said, "Oh, this fantastic Gears piece that you saw was a CG trailer made by Lyran Studios or whatever, blah blah blah." And multiple devs respond. It's just like, "Hey, just giving you the heads up. Everything in this trailer was used with real in-game assets. Like everything that you saw was actual real in-game assets made with the Unreal Engine 5. It wasn't just a CG. It wasn't a CG trailer." And everyone's just like, man, Jeff with a condescending, like, little asshole tweet here because everyone's like, he's probably just upset that his showcase sucked compared to the Xbox showcase. I'm just like, possibly. Because he puts out the trademark. What did you think of the show? And I think if you go back and look at the poll rating for his show, it was unanimously a D or lower. It wasn't even close. And then you do look at the Xbox one he put up, and it was like an A or B, and it was not close. So I thought that was funny, but no, the game looks fantastic, dude. I'm so damn excited for the Gears of War E-Day. That's going to be a peak game. I cannot wait to play it. No date though. No date. Disappointed on that one. But overall though, top to bottom, showcase was fantastic. Based on the board that I wrote too small on, I'm giving this bad boy a 9 for amazing because it is incredible. Now they just have to deliver on everything. That's the key thing. We got to deliver.
For me personally, I want to say 8, This
good.
very well could have been a 9 for me. Only problem with it, not a Gears fan.
Fair.
So, like for me, as soon as it started up, I went, Gears people are gonna be happy. I'm out.
That's fair.
So for me, the show essentially ended on the new consoles, which, is what it is.
Right.
Still a very good showcase.
Yep. What about you, Zach?
I mean, overall, from the bits I watched, I was happy with the show. I would definitely give it an 8.
Very good. All right, here we go. Nah, I think that was honestly one of the best showcases we've seen in years, personally, and that was honestly the vibe across the board. The opinion across the board is like this is one of the best gaming showcases we've seen like in years. Even some of the most like hardcore of haters who like the most critique ass bitches that I follow on YouTube and Twitter were even saying, "Okay, no, this was a very good showcase." It's like, oh damn, if they're saying it, then that's oh, man, it's hell froze over again.
Yeah, I mean, if you look back at it, this is probably the best showcase Xbox has done in
Ever.
the past. Well, I mean, if you look back, it's definitely the best showcase the past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, really when we started complaining about Xbox showcases because we've had nothing.
Yeah.
And just it's a good feeling to. It's a good feeling to come out of not even just an Xbox showcase, but a showcase in general.
Mm-hmm.
This excited.
Yeah.
True. Now, like the main thing though is they just have to deliver on it. You know, they show us a lot of great stuff, gave us a lot of loose release dates. For some of the bigger, the big hitters, whatever. It's like you just got to deliver on it. You deliver on it, and we can truly look back at this showcase like, yes, this showcase really was an absolute banger. But just got to deliver. So